Afrobeat musician and activist Seun Kuti has weighed in on the controversial arrest of the media critic VeryDarkMan, describing the situation as a reflection of systemic abuse of power in Nigeria. Speaking out in a video posted on Instagram, Seun Kuti said he contacted the activist lawyer Deji Adeyanju, who he said who alleged said that the arrest was linked to an ongoing dispute involving a gospel singer VDM had previously criticized over alleged financial misconduct. I don't know if anyone knows what is going on, but I've spoken to his lawyer and he said it has something to do with a gospel singer whom VDM had been talking about concerning funds. I don't even want to mention the person's name. I don't know if you guys know the person's name.
Yeah, of course I do.
Oh, okay, they know, so they'll probably tell us. How is it possible that what happened to VDM happened? How does something like this happen? This is why Nigeria can never be better good, whatever that is. Go to any government office and you would see that they gang themselves up in the office like a court. Churches are literally the same. So as you people want to boycott GT Bank, boycott churches too. On Friday, May 2nd, 2025, VDM was arrested at the GT Bank branch in Abuja after accompanying a friend. Adeyanju later confirmed the incident, stating, "This is absolutely unacceptable. Demanding accountability is not a crime." Standing on top the Seun Kuti have boldly alleged that Mercy Chinwo and the people of God had a hand in VeryDarkMan's recent arrest. Both men took to social media pointing fingers and suggesting she played a key role in orchestrating the whole thing. I am sure the bank was called and told to hold VDM hostage there so they could arrest him. Maybe that's why his mother's bank account has issues, to lure him in. Seun Kuti concluded by emphasizing that the implication of VDM's arrest go far beyond the activist himself. Nigerians need to know that this thing is beyond just VDM. For people to be able to use institutions for personal use is crazy. So we started with the lady. Now let's start with the gentleman in here only. Okay, so Mr. Voltes, what say you about on this story?
Okay, thank you for that. I will just start by saying this. First, I saw something on what Seun Kuti said. He actually made a statement that maybe the reason why VDM's mother's accounts had the issues and was to lure VDM in, but I don't really think that is the case. For me, on my own end, I don't think that is the case, because according to what the video, VDM actually dropped a video about that issue, and he said that it has been happening for months. So the mom did not tell him, his sister did not tell him, and it actually took...
so that he will not take it up as he usually does.
Yes, so I don't know why, but according to him, he actually said his mom does not really like this whole sagas and all that, so I think that's why she actually kept away from him. So I don't think that is actually the reason why the account on GTB have their own issue, so they have to fix that. And I've heard several persons talking about their money missing from GT accounts, and I think the bank need to really check themselves too. And so that is that. And then hey,
take a deep breath.
I feel the arrest of VDM is the manner VDM was arrested is wrong. It's wrong. This guy is not a criminal. Is like this guy did not steal from anybody, according to what our best of knowledge. And with what Seun Kuti is bringing out now from the lawyer and all that, it actually has to do with the old Mercy Chinwo and AZT saga and all that. Then why would you treat the young man in that manner? And of course, we've seen online where they say that they've invited him to the office on several occasions, but he did not respond and all that. At some point, he blocked their number and all that. But in as much as that might be the case, but they know his house.
Now, if I understand you correctly, or I'm getting you correctly, your issue with this is the fact that they just went and picked him up.
Yeah.
Now, if you've been invited by an institution of the law, it behoves on you. I know when I was following the story, he was outside, that he even did a song video and said he was going to feature, what's his name now? Portable on it. He's going to feature Portable. That Portable is the most spiritual person, blah, 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 and all that. That was a joke, right?
Yeah.
He was out of the country. Now you are in the country. Don't you feel it's necessary to go and see these people? Okay, there is an allegation on you. There's a case on your head, and you're back to the country. Don't you think they've been trying to reach him? You say they know his house. What if they've tried and he's not in his house, and that's the only avenue at which they could get him?
Okay, okay, let me also ask this. Do you remember when VDM was outside the country, when he went to China and then from there to Ivory Coast and then came back? Do you know there was his lawyers were going to court on his behalf?
Exactly.
And there was a ruling that everything should be suspended. So if it has to do with Mercy Chinwo, I don't see a case for now. Because the court has actually ruled that everything should be altered for the meantime. So if they are going to arrest him in that manner for that same case, except it's something else they're not telling us, except it's something different, they're not, except they have something against him that they are not telling us.
Personal issue, like a personal
except that, because we know VDM, the guy, the Messian, a lot. He has talked about EFCC and the corruption in the system and all that. If they have an issue with him and they want to actually, if it's based on this Mercy Chinwo issue, there no case.
Now, you just said something, and I want to hold you to that particular thing.
Okay.
Now, don't you think it's the Miss Yan that is the issue in this particular matter?
If it's the mission, there's a way to go about it now.
Exactly.
We just come and bump to me on the road, then
because
black this to my head as if I'm being kidnapped.
Democracy we are practicing. What's the essence of right to freedom of
Blessing,
speech?
please tell them.
What's the
essence?
Which one is the arresting because he? I don't understand. Personally, I feel EFCC, they're doing too much. They are, sorry, but they're doing too much.
They're actually doing too much.
Too much. Honestly, they're doing too much because bet me, this VDM's arrest, it was manipulated by somebody. I don't want by somebody by a force. I don't know, something greater than VDM. Actually, it was manipulated because why would you? And even the way he was arrested, as though he was a criminal, as though he did something. It's not VDM that everybody knows. I think they're doing too much. And
the video of the covering of his face with the black something, don't you guys feel that thing is doctored?
Really?
Don't worry, when VDM come, I think go tell us.
I feel.
Tell us it up. You go yan now. VDM go still talk.
Unless I feel they just arrested to Oga shut up. We don't talk. They arrested him just to shut him up. That's just the only explanation.
I feel it's even more than that, Blessing.
Right?
I feel it's more than that because according to stories we are hearing, that they actually went for his phone.
Okay.
And you know, and the funny is that you're dealing with VDM. VDM is too smart for that now. You think evidences will be on his phone? They went for his phone. They're trying to get information and all that. You think as VDM does, so when they think how many steps ahead, then you want to hold him up to let's get his phone, we get information and that. I beg me, they live for those things. I beg.
Now, Blessing, do you think this is a wrong move by the EFCC? Because now we're seeing different people come to speak out on this matter. I've seen comments by our own what's his name now, Mark Angel. I've seen comments by Kubana Chief Priest, Davido, and a whole lot of other people. So do you think this is a wrong move? And if this is a wrong move, what do you think the EFCC should do right now that would calm the situation down? Because I've been seeing comments and protests also. Even in River State, we had some protests.
Is it just River State? In Ghana? In China?
What do you think the EFCC should do in this particular case?
Because
they're not yet out there to.
They should tell us what he did wrong.
They should come out. This is why we arrested him. Because right now everybody's working with assumptions.
Yes.
We are assuming this is why we don't know what he actually did. And it's come out and say, okay, the VDM did something like this recently, and this is why. But they're just quiet. And it's so wrong. It's illegal. For me, I feel it's because you're not saying anything. Why would you arrest somebody without any? Even though there might be evidences, but that was
the manner is just uncalled for.
No. They should come out. They should come out and say something. Let's leave the VDM issue. EFCC has been doing too much. Thank God, you know what's happening on social media. The woman Jada came out online to say that EFCC came to their house, broke their doors, like spoiled their
that is a normal practice
now. A lot of things. And you think we should clap for EFCC? You think we should be happy? We should be clapping for them because of all these things? Like, no, it doesn't make any sense. They should come out, say something. This is why VDM was arrested. And two, EFCC, don't they have a chairman?
They do now.
Like, what is the man? Like this whole thing is, what is
so I don't know, but I feel they need to come out to tell us, tell Nigerians, because it's an organization. Yes, it's an organization of the law in Nigeria that is meant to serve us. Paid with taxpayers' money.
Yes,
I think it's right. They come out and tell us what this young man has done.
Yes.
So that we don't live on all this assumption. And even when I don't know, but don't you guys feel they should actually have come out to say something based on because of people's cry, people's outburst on social media and everywhere? They should come out and tell us what this guy did. I don't know, maybe they're enjoying the drama.
Right, the attention and everything they're getting.
Maybe they're enjoying it. I don't know what they stand to gain in this whole thing. And then I also feel like Blessing said, this might be more than what we're actually thinking. There might be a higher force that is taking advantage of this thing. That's taking advantage of this thing. Because to my best of knowledge, like, okay, let me just also go further to Seun Kuti talking about if Nigerians are ready to boycott GT Bank, they should just boycott the churches and all that and all that. Seun Kuti should not actually bring this to be like a religious something. He should not. I know Seun Kuti, I listen to him, but on so many things we don't agree when it comes to religion and all that. And I feel he's always looking for a way to actually talk down the Christian religion. I don't know why.
He finds
he also looking.
Even when it's not even related, even when there's no.
He just want to bring it in.
But for this case, we see them making assumptions that it's tied to the like from the lawyer's angle now. He's saying that they took him based on the fact of on the thing he said about Mercy Chinwo.
Then is it the church that actually arrested him? Let's ask that. Mercy Chinwo is an individual. Mercy Chinwo is not the church.
An individual that has connections to people, and those people are church people, so to speak, quote and unquote, now allegedly. Now, if these people are the people that are backing Mercy Chinwo and this is happening, now he feels, don't you think that he feels that they are using their power, and this is now one person using the institution of the government to do this kind of a thing?
So should we not do this? A man from the Yoruba does something wrong and we say all Yoruba people are bad people.
All Yoruba people are backing him because he's Yoruba.
Okay, because Tinubu is our president and the people have said he is the worst president that Nigeria has ever had. Like should we now say because Tinubu is not doing well, then every Yoruba person is
no.
So you can't, because of maybe you feel there are some forces that are because of Mercy Chinwo, this, that's why they arrested VDM, and then you're like the church is a wrong system. And if we must look at it critically, the church is making one of the most impact in this nation when it comes to crimes. Yes, the church, I know it's not that the church is beginning to wake up when it comes to being productive, getting involved in the society and trying to evolve in terms of the global world and all. But when it comes to crimes, you rarely see a church person involved. When I mean a church person, I'm not talking about. Now in Christianity we have Christians who are Christ-like in nature, and then we have people who observe the Christian religion that are born into church and they just claim to be Christians. So we need to always strike a balance in this. So when I'm talking about the church, I'm talking about the Christians who are born again and who are living the Christ-like life. Now, so Seun Kuti should not just come and tell us that because this issue they are tying it to some the message what is then boycott the church and all that.
Church leaders that against message even
yes, there are some. Are you joking?
When that issue was fresh,
yes, now
church leaders they were like,
they're like, why will you take it out?
Drop this. They were like, church leaders. They were like, didn't Seun Kuti see those people?
Thank you.
They were Pentecostal leaders that were against that. They were like, miss you drop this thing. It's not necessary. Drop it. Drop it.
Even the Bible even told us that if there is issue between brothers in the church, let the elders of the church settle these things. And I think, but no, humans are humans now. I can't, because I want to take an action based on my own belief and what I just want to satisfy my own self. Then you're not saying that it's the church that did it. No.
Well, we hope we'll see the last of this particular matter, and we hope it gets settled sooner than later, because this is actually getting out of hand, really. Because what would we call this particular one? Now, do you know GDK was also on this issue?
Yes.
But look at it now.
She was very quiet. She
dropped it at some point.
I don't believe she has left it, but they might be settling behind the scene. You don't need to bring these things public now. Don't need to. That's why we keep saying it. At some point I was telling you that time that gospel ministers are not, most of them are not doing it for the gospel sake, they are doing it for the money. Because it's money that's discussing all this thing. It's money.
Whatever, yes, it is.
How are you?
So you feel Mercy Chinwo is derailing of some sort?
That is our business, please, man. This is getting me like I'm feeling offended. It's irritating me at this point. It's irritating me because if we actually call ourselves Christians, I feel there are some things that we shouldn't do. Okay. I feel so, especially when you now have an issue with a brother, like your fellow Christian. You're having an issue, even if it's not even with your fellow Christian. Which love are we portraying out there?
What are you preaching?
What are we? Because most, as a Christian, see, everything that a Christian stands for, it all boils down to the fruit of the Spirit: love, meekness, gentleness, long suffering. These are the things these are the core characters of a Christian. But with what she's doing, what is she showing us? There's no love.
There's no love at all.
There is no temperance is zero, because money is not triggering you to even now. You've carried. If this is the case, I don't know you saying that it's tied to now because of money, because of VDM now say one or two things, bam. EFCC. I heard that it was GSS that even carried him on. And then you went to EFCC.
Doesn't she know that she has more to lose than VDM?
Thank you.
She doesn't know that VDM is just there. He says that he doesn't have anything to lose. Not like her, a lot is at stake, so she should be calming down. Let her rest.
When you say a lot is at stake, please can you mention a few of the a lot? And now being a Christian, does that mean you should allow your right to be trampled?
Whose right is being trampled here? Nobody's right is being.
Okay.
Thank you. Nobody's right is being VDM. Everybody knows he's an activist. He says what he sees. So why
and he's saying what he sees.
Exactly. So why are you taking it? Why you now the one carrying it on your head? You should ignore him. Because that guy, he doesn't have any. He doesn't have much. Unlike you.
How many things have been said about Adeboye?
And he still left it.
You just let something slide. Not everything that happens you just want to
jump on it.
Welcome to our generation where you don't let everything slide, and even if you let something slide, you should be Papa Adeboye to let something slide. That you should not be Mercy Chinwo to let something slide. So you decide what you let slide and what you don't let slide. But I believe the message is passed, and I believe you. If Mercy Chinwo is seeing this, she has taken.